Hello to the students of Adeline Yoga. As we are closing out 2020, I wanted to give you an update about how the studio is doing, some tips on how to maximize your experience at the studio, and give you a picture of what we're expecting in 2021. If you haven't met me before, I'm Heather Haxo Phillips, the owner of Adeline Yoga and Director of Programming. Of course, I also teach at Adeline Yoga. 2020 was a year that none of us expected, and it has been a beast. I am amazed by the resilience and the positivity, the can-do spirit of our students, our teachers, our staff, and our entire community. It has been a really amazing experience for Adeline Yoga to go online, and I want to assure you that Adeline Yoga is going really, really strong. We have been able to expand our programming to over 45 classes a week with workshops and deep study programs happening throughout the week. We welcomed 800 new students this year, and we have about 425 students attend each month. And so what that is translated into is over 30,000 visits this year. That is incredible. We're now have a staff of 18 people who are being sustained and nourished by your attendance. And we thank you so much for joining us on this wild journey that 2020 has been. Not only am I really happy and excited by the amount of programming and the amount of people that have partaken in our programs, but I'm really astounded by the quality of the programming. We launched this year a private lesson program, more yoga therapy and yoga for healing programs, a healthy aging program, and of course our capstone program, the Sadhana Studies 2-year program. Now, I want to give you some tips for how to maximize your experience, because the number one question that we get is from students is, why am I not always getting the Zoom links, and what can I do to make sure that I get the Zoom links every time I register for classes? Now, that's a very surprisingly complicated question, because we use 4 different softwares to make sure that you get your links, and technology does have its fails. So of course you register on MBO telling us you want to take a class, and Zoom generates the link for you to be able to take that class. But we have to subscribe to a third software called Appian to make sure that you get the link that Zoom generates and MBO tells us who to send it to. Then there's a fourth software, which is your email, your servers. You may have noticed a couple of weeks ago that Gmail went down. Oh man, for 3 days it was up and down, and emails were bouncing. People were not able to get their links. We found with time that Comcast, for example, has emails that go into people's spam that doesn't go into their inbox. So one thing I want to tell you is that we're learning as we go, and because technology has its failures and we can't always predict when it's going to happen or why it's happening, we have support at Adeline Yoga there to help you. This has been our standard email, and you should, when you do not get your link, you should email support@adelineyoga.com. We have started sending out Zoom links an hour before class, hoping that that will help you in knowing if you have or haven't gotten your link. So that means it's best to register the day before or at least an hour before class. So that hour you get the email from us. And if you don't, email support@adelineyoga.com. We have a small admin team that has committed to monitoring before class starts. Now, at the beginning of COVID, we were actually monitoring that email pretty much every waking hour. And in order to make it sustainable, a couple of months ago, we did switch to being available in the hour before class. Know that we'll get back to you quickly. We'll get back to you in that hour before class. So if you need urgent attention or last minute help, support@adelineyoga.com is there to help you. Now, if you have non-urgent questions, I know a lot of you like props, you might want to upgrade your membership, make changes, are interested in other programs, you can email us at info@adelineyoga.com, adelineyoga.com. We work with that info at adelineyoga.com during normal business hours. We do our best to be available to you, but know that we are a small admin team. We do have kids, we have animals, and we have our own practices. So sometimes a little patience is required, but you'll always hear back from us on those non-urgent things by Monday if you write to us on a weekend, or within 24 hours. Shweta is our membership specialist. Many of you have talked to her. She tends to work often on the evenings and weekends, so she might get back to you more quickly. But info@Adeline Yoga is also a good place to get information, but not class length. That's support at adelineyoga.com. So where are we going from here? Well, one thing that is really important for you to know is that we love being online. It's working really well for us. We are committed to maintaining a strong online presence in 2021. As soon as the state officials allow us to open in person, we will definitely be striving towards that. However, I can guarantee that 2021 will maintain a strong online presence, so you can continue to take classes from wherever you live and tell your friends, your family members, your coworkers, if they're looking for a good personalized yoga practice, that they can consider Adeline Yoga Online. We are going to stay with this strong public class programming, which, as you know, includes pranayama and asana classes for people at all levels and different stages of life. We will also continue to offer highly specialized programming, including our yoga for healing and therapy classes. We have a yoga for knees class coming up here in January, as well as a yoga for the neck and shoulder pain coming up in January, and we'll be offering more like that. The Yoga for Life program is another really important offering for people who want to take their yoga practice deeper, to learn more about philosophy and chant and really get in a daily practice. That will be a seasonal program, 3 times offered, 6-day immersion by Annika and Sachiko starting in January. We love our Yoga for Healthy Aging programming and will continue that in 2021. In February, we'll be back with a weekend immersion, and then in the spring, we'll do our 3-month immersion live online again. I'm excited about that. Many of you have really loved Deidre's teachings, and you may not know that she has an annual workshop called Yoga in Action, which will celebrate Black History Month and her yoga and photography project, so you can look forward to that in February. Another thing happening in February is our chanting program. Gita Beshgard is our teacher, my teacher, Sanskrit scholar and Vedic philosophy teacher, and she has a very strong chanting background, so she'll be with us at the end of February. Beginners are definitely welcome if you're interested in chanting and seeing how your life changes as you chant more. Registration is actually open for that, and you can check that out on our website. Well, there's so many more things we could talk about when it comes to programming, but we are going to bring back our meditation courses. Cynthia Bates, who you may have done yoga classes and meditation classes with in the past, will be coming in January for a 6-session course. So in terms of self-transformation and using the shelter in place to look at yourself, your life, and become more aligned with your interests and your passions, Adeline Yoga has a lot for you. We're excited to work with you and feel very blessed that you are excited about working with us. So I look forward to a healthy and safe close to 2020, and I look forward to many auspicious blessings as we get started with 2021. Thanks for watching, and see you real soon.